Israel Adesanya and Robert Whittaker faced off on February 12th at the Honda Center. Well, some people say that the real main event took place in the Metaverse.
Like Holloway say, Max, like, it is what it is.
My man.
In case you missed it, Khabib Nurmagomedov came out of retirement to face Max Holloway just hours before UFC 271 in the Metaverse. I had just heard about it the day before, and I had some questions. Were they actually gonna fight? And we could observe it, like if we were really there. Or were they gonna be wearing their own headsets and basically playing a game? If they weren't actually gonna fight, and it was just a stimulation, can't we already see that on YouTube? Would it matter that Khabib is a heavyweight right now? Does Khabib's mom know about this? What about Max's fake injury? If I'm wearing a headset and Khabib and Max are wearing headsets, can they see me too? Would this affect their fight records? Once I found the right page, I could tell that none of that mattered. This would not be a fight. It was a VR boxing match. This is not the fight that was supposed to take place in 2018. No one ever cared about seeing them box, and they thought that dubbing it the first Metaverse fight in the history of the earth will make it exciting enough for people to give it a pass. Well, even the fighters couldn't stop laughing at how ridiculous the whole thing was.
Like a gamer, you know, it's like, I don't play too much game.
DC wasn't even one of the ones boxing, and for some reason they made him cut like 50 pounds. And he started feeling cute and mouthing off at Khabib.
Hey brother, can I ask you one question? Khabib, can I ask you one question?
Okay.
You think because you say it's only my opinion, you can say anything? Because sometimes you say kind of ridiculous thing and then you say, but it's only my opinion.
And that's one of the dangerous things about VR and about being online in general. You think that you could start running your mouth off at someone like Khabib and that there's not gonna be any precautions. You're gonna end up like this fool with no arms. The only thing that kept it from escalating is all the times that these fools' mics and Wi-Fi kept cutting out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
Can you hear me? Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
Oh, I think we lost you again.
No, we
I
can.
don't know what happened there.
Hey DC, can you hear us?
Do you hear me, guys?
And then when it came back, it was like if they forgot what they were talking about.
You gonna buy pay-per-view?
Our friend invite us, of course.
And it was never for us. It was never for the viewer. Their entire conversation was like if we were overhearing a private phone call or something. There was like no itinerary or information for the viewers or nothing like that. It was like if they didn't even know that we were watching. And when the host tried redirecting the conversation, nobody wanted to listen to him.
There are some people are really enjoying your.
Because new blood, very young, hungry. You know?
Yes.
The host didn't even need to be there. He was about as worthless as Thanos. Matter of fact, I think they're all about the same level of worthless. Is there anyone who would rather see this than just see the actual fools talking? I have to admit, it is hilarious that their facial expressions don't even reflect what's going on.
Well, please don't talk about this, brother. Please.
But you could only remain in the hallucination for so long. My stomach was starting to hurt at this point. And then I realized that the only reason it was being drug out so long was so that they could sell NFTs. You had to buy at least $4,000 worth of NFTs in order to be able to attend the event. But I was able to attend by simply looking at the screen. So technically, I don't think my attendance was fungible, but I still watched it. Just like all the NFTs that I don't own, but I still have them in my Finder because I know how to screenshot. Eventually, they either sold enough of them or they just gave up because it was time for the fight. And the host was trying to transition to it as passively aggressively as he possibly could.
I love how like you get the AKA crew together and you guys just like reminisce about the most amazing stuff. This is wonderful.
After one last attempt at trying to sell me something that I'm already watching for free, it's time for the fight to begin. And that's when it happened. That's when we all realized that we have been bamboozled. And it became very clear that this would not be a fight. It was like when your older cousins are playing video games and you just have to sit there and watch till your tia makes them give you a turn. We were straight up watching them play Creed Rise to Glory. Some fools paid $4,000 to see this. I thought at least they would look like themselves in the game, but I was watching Rocky versus Creed. I could watch the same thing just by playing the game myself, which I wouldn't even do because the thrill of the fight is a much better game. The only difference was that DC was commentating, and most people turn off his commentary anyway. And then on the right side, I saw Max Holloway and Islam Makhachev, and I got heated. I didn't show up to this $4,000 event just for them to pull a fast one on me. And I may not have paid the $4,000 myself, but I was feeling $4,000 worth of frustration in that moment. Little edit right here. Some people were telling me after the fact that you could get like a temporary subscription for even as low as $1 or something like that. I don't fully understand it, but after seeing the event, even that's too much. But then I remembered that earlier in the broadcast, Khabib had mentioned that Islam had actually already beaten him and Max when they were playing earlier.
And I think I have to fight with DC. Now I just have in Metaverse one opponent, DC.
Islam, I will kill you. You have no technique.
So I just let it play out. And I understand that they probably thought it was a good idea to show these vatos on the right hand side because that the viewers would probably appreciate the little sneak peek and everything. But to see the side of it probably made it a lot worse. When you're just looking at a video game, then you could accept the fact that the action is a little bit tame and unrealistic. But when you get that look behind the curtain and you can see that the fighters are putting in even less work than it took me to figure out how to watch this thing, it's insulting. After Makhachev beat Holloway, I was relieved to see that Khabib was up next. It would have made more sense for Khabib to box the winner, and frankly, I think everyone would rather see Khabib versus Makhachev anyway, because there's no world, not even a Metaverse type of world, in which Max Holloway even has a chance against Khabib. And neither does Makhachev. But it's a little more interesting. But this is what the event was supposed to be. Khabib versus Max. And of course, the homie Khabib came through. It doesn't matter if it's in the Metaverse, the universe, or in his Converse. Khabib only has one speed. Smash. Max Holloway was phoning it in from the comfort of his Better Homes magazine type of living room. And Khabib didn't appreciate it. He wanted his best.
Max, let's go.
He even started talking papas a little bit and had to put Max in his place.
Who's the best boxer in UFC?
Khabib was throwing limbs that he didn't even have remotes for. Max Holloway might be that high school varsity boxer, but he didn't know that Khabib was in college. Khabib took the W and moved to 30-0. Or maybe not, because it wasn't real. And it really never should have happened. The entire event was a combination of bad Wi-Fi, ashamed participants, oblivious hosts, overpriced products, unrealistic boxing, and making the future look like it's gonna take place in the past. Ladies and gentlemen, it has happened. We are going back to the future. And the future looks like Woohoo Island. Why would anyone ever bother with this when you could have this? Khabib is my guy. DC's my guy. And the other fools are alright too. But this was clearly a Bitcoin grab. And you better believe we're gonna be seeing more of it in the future. Here's the sad thing though. This one was so bad that it was funny, which was the only redeeming thing about it. But having said that, as they get better at learning how to use Wi-Fi and organizing tighter, smoother events and whatnot, coming up with some good talking points, then there will definitely be no reason to watch.
I think so too, Bobby Green. Maybe this guy's good, huh?
You think so? You think so? But
This
how-
guy's
when you
good,
win
brother.
last
You
time?
see what? Hey, this guy killed Yaquinta, and you went 5
I
rounds
have
with
question.
Yaquinta. This
When
guy
he win
beat
last
Yaquinta
time?
1
I
round.
don't remember when Bobby Green win last time.
Bobby Green beat last month Yaquinta. He beat Yaquinta 1 round.
Don't fight last month.
Bro, he beat Yaquinta in New York.
Brother, Quinta almost retired, but he working all day. Sell his house. Oh,
Yeah.
what a job.
But last time I think he was fighting with.
Yeah, he
He
was.
fought Yaquinta.
No.
I'm telling you, he fought Yaquinta at UFC 268. I was there.